Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so excited you're here. I'll be your host for this evening. I'm Nikki McCutchen. Just know that whoever invited you to the call must really care about you to want you to know about this technology. We are truly watching it change lives all the time. Every week, it's like we hear a new miracle, and we are so blessed to get to share this technology with you tonight. So we'll start with our medical disclaimer. All LifeWave products are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any dis-ease. If you are pregnant or nursing or on medications, please make sure to check with your preferred healthcare practitioner first. And with that, we will get started. If you are new, please type your name in the chat. And if you haven't been on a call before, we're going to put you in a wheel of names so that you have the opportunity to win 5 days worth free of our technology. And so we will get that sent out to you. So put your name in the chat so we know that you're brand new, and Vicki will handle the wheel of names for us at the end. But what we're going to talk about tonight is this amazing little patch and all the things that it does, because it activates an amazing peptide in the body. And then your body is able to do all the things it was designed to do. And that's what I love so much about the technology is it supports your infinite design, what God already put there, what he already designed in your body, and it's supporting his design in the way he made this. So this little technology is FDA recognized as a general wellness product, so it's compliant as a general wellness product. It's a class 1 medical device, completely non-transdermal, meaning there is nothing that transfers from this patch into your body. It's completely sealed with medical grade plastic on both sides. It has hypoallergenic adhesive. It has a 96% effectiveness rate. So I don't know how many things you can find that have that high of an effectiveness rate. The cool thing is with this technology is even if you're not feeling anything, it is always working. And the reason you know that is because it has a 96% effectiveness rate. There are all kinds of healthcare practitioners that I work with in the area that I live that have these amazing scanners. They can scan you and show you instantly that it's working, and even where it's working in your body. It is so cool. It's extremely affordable. So what you're comparing this to is a stem cell injection. That's the only thing that even comes close to comparison in what this technology does for you. So obviously that's invasive. There's an injection involved. There's other things in the injection as well that you may not necessarily want in your body. And it's thousands and thousands of dollars. So this is pennies on the dollar when you're considering what you're actually getting for that kind of activation. And the stem cells that get activated by your body, turned on, optimized by this technology, can go anywhere and do anything. Most stem cell injections are just in your shoulder, in your knee. They're supposed to affect that one area. This is benefiting your entire body. And so the reason that we get to talk about stem cells is because we have this brand new product that just got launched that is supportive to the stem cells. So as a compliant product, because we have something that you can ingest, we can now talk about stem cells. So just so you know, this is our Cellergize product. If you're looking for a great electrolyte, amino acids, so if you work out, if you use our technology, you really need to take high quality electrolytes, so you can be assured that's happening with the Cellergize. But per the FDA, that's what allows us to do that, is because you're ingesting something. Do you have to use that product for this technology to work? Absolutely not. It does it. It activates what it needs to activate, and then your body goes to work the way it was designed. And so that's what's so cool. So we have over 90 clinical studies. There's over 150 patents. You can go and find and see all of those on patchtheway.com. PATCH theway.com. So they're all listed there. There's all kinds of great information. That is our educational website. We always refer people to that so that you can dive deeper into what this technology does. And then you can dive as deep as you want with all those patents. There's also links to PubMed there, so you can go as deep as you want. So there is no product in the world that does what this technology does. And that's what is so cool. There's no competition. There's nothing else you're going to find that turns on GHK copper peptide inside the body so that it can then be optimized and work the way that it was designed. The cool thing is that GHK copper peptide doesn't just turn on and optimize stem cells. There's a very long list of things that it supports, which means it's what we call the fountain of youth. So it's it's turning that back on so that you can truly reverse in age, not just an anti-aging process, but truly age reversal. And I'm going to break all that down for you. But how? So how does this amazing patch little work and do all the things that I just said? It works through a process called photobiomodulation. That's just a big word for light making change in the body. You already understand what this is because every time you step out into the sun and the sun hits your skin and your eyes, it tells your body to make vitamin D. And then your body does what it's supposed to do with the vitamin D so that you can have all the benefits that the sun gives us, like helping turn on vitamin D in our body. So how this works is you don't actually have to be in the sun, but your body then becomes the light source, the heat source that turns on and activates this crystal lattice structure inside that is made of amino acids, salts, and sugars that's reflective like a mirror. So when your infrared light, okay, so we emitted infrared light everywhere. I know that sounds crazy too, but I'm going to explain it. You already understand this because every time you see on a show or a TV and they're looking through night vision goggles and they're talking about a heat signature, scientifically, that's a low-grade infrared light. That low-grade infrared light hits the center of this patch, that crystal lattice structure. It then reflects like a mirror back into our bodies, turning on and activating GHK copper peptide. This peptide was found over 50 years ago by Dr. Lauren Picard. So there's over 50 years of research on what this actually does in the body. It's why I'm telling you that it not only activates and optimizes your stem cells in your body, but it also does a very long list of other things as well. So let's start with, where do you wear this? You can wear it anywhere on your body. Do we have clinically tested spots? Yes, we do. But if you have a pain on your shoulder, you put it on your shoulder. If you have a pain on your knee, you put it on your knee. You can wear it anywhere because the infrared light comes out of our body everywhere. The company has been around for over 20 years. So we know that wherever you're going to put it on the body, it will turn on GHK copper peptide. So like I said, that peptide, I'm only going to talk to you about 5 things. It is a very long list. There are over, I think, 26 pages on PubMed about GHK copper peptide. So it's a very long list that this copper peptide turns on in your body. I'm just going to talk to you about 5 major body systems. And if we can get those 5, we'll take whatever else it wants to give us because these 5 are fantastic. So obviously it turns on stem cells. So as we age, our stem cells begin to decline in their optimization. By the time we're 30, only half of our stem cells are working the way that they should. By the time we're 60, we only have 10% that are any longer working optimally in the body. So between 30 and 60, you can see aches, pains, illness, disease, all of these things start to set in, which is why we have decline in issues, is because those stem cells are no longer working. So if we can turn those back on, it allows our body to reset to a younger, healthier state. So not only that, it's turning on 4,000 genes, resetting them to a younger, healthier state. So if you know your DNA, if you have a predisposition for some type of degenerative thing going on with you or gene mutation, and you haven't had issues with it when you were 25 or younger, and then you start to have issues with it, it's possible that this could then reset that to a younger, healthier state to where you never have to go into that, phase or whatever it is that you have or problem that you have. So, okay, I'm not muted. Okay, so anyway, so not only stem cells, but it also supports, so the second thing, stem cells supports your entire cardiovascular system. So that's your blood vessels, the lining of your blood vessels, the heart, everything that's going on with your cardiovascular system is supported. Within the last 3 weeks, I have had so many reports of people coming to me telling them the benefits that they have been receiving to their heart or to, their blood pressure or whatever, because they have been using this technology. The longer that you use it, it has a compounding effect. So I have seen people have support in their PVCs. They had PVCs, they no longer have PVCs. They were on medication for blood pressure issues, now they're not. Or their blood pressure begins to come down and they can reduce the amount of blood pressure medication that they're on. So I have actually seen, I have a friend who has a very serious heart condition. There's only 2 people in the entire country that have it. And because they normally only find it postmortem, basically you die in your sleep and they don't find out that you even have this condition until afterwards. He was just in one of those situations where the Lord provided for him for them to figure out that he had it. He actually goes on life support every night. And now, after 9 months of wearing the technology, his heart is showing reversal in what is going on with him. Literally, when I sat down with him and met with him about this technology, I was like, listen, I have no idea. Like, your condition is so serious. I do not have any clue what it's going to do for you and how long it's going to take. So let's just commit to 2 years. Just decide ahead of time. You're going to be consistent. You're going to decide to just wear this every single day for 2 years, and we'll see what happens. He was going in for a regular check that he does, I think, like every 3 to 6 months, was going back in at 9 months, and his doctors were flabbergasted. His heart is showing reversal to where he's getting closer to a more normal diagnosis in what they would classify as some type of heart problem. So anyway, just truly, I would have never expected that. So all the kind of support with your cardiovascular system. The third thing is your brain. So your brain it shows on our clinical studies that it begins to balance. It starts to, the inflammation there, like we can show you thermographic imaging that shows how that begins to come down, how people on the clinical tests show that just brain, that inflammation comes down, anxiety and depression begin to lift. So people notice all of these changes. Brain clarity becomes, brain fog starts to lift. All of these things, like I was having issues to where I would ask my kids a question and then I would forget their answer, and I would turn around 5 minutes later and say, I know I asked you the question, but I can't remember the answer that you gave me. So I'm so thankful that I don't have that anymore. My recall is like I was young again, to where I remember conversations. I remember things I talked to people about months and months and months ago. And so I'm so thankful to have all of that back. So that's the third thing, is the benefits to your brain. Fourth is your collagen. Most people think collagen is just hair, skin, and nails. Now, for us women, are we absolutely thrilled and excited that all of these wrinkles begin to go away, that tightening begins to happen? I was even noticing the other day, I was like, I can feel how much tighter my chin and my neck are getting. Like, I can actually feel the tightness coming back. Like, I could see that there were little wrinkles and stuff for a while, but I was like, oh, it's fine, no big deal. But now, like, I can actually feel it. And I've been using the technology for over 2 years. So again, we want the compounding effects that comes with using this technology, that just begins to continue to happen, because your body then has the time that it needs to regenerate one area, to regenerate another area, and to just move around. Our bodies are designed to heal. That's the gift that God gave us. It's designed to heal. So when we support what He's given us, anything is possible. So when you turn back on that collagen, it's not just these cool things that happen in your hair and your skin and your nails, even though, like, I have more hair growth and all of that. My nails have always been super strong. So they, again, like, you don't have those brittle nails that start to come as you age. Like, my nails feel really strong still. But collagen is the glue that holds your body together for everything that we have to have going on in our body. So it's your tendons, it's your ligaments, it's your joints, it's your cartilage, it's everything in your body to make your bodies work. And so to support that collagen, so if you go out and you buy a collagen supplement, that's like 9. I've seen the highest one I've seen is 9 different types. Okay. So and most of them aren't even 9. There's 28 different types of collagen in your body. With one technology, I support all of those 28 different types of collagen in my body. So even think of the different things that happen to people when their collagen doesn't work right. Okay. So even having the support that you need for that. Okay. So the fifth thing is the immune system. all of us are exposed to toxins every single day. As we age, we get sick. It seems to hang on longer. We don't know why we can't kick something. This then is all supported. So, when kids get sick, they're usually not sick for that long because all of these things in their body are working right. They're not breaking down as they age. So, the collagen breaks down at about the same amount of time as you age as your stem cells do. So it makes sense that people start to have these problems because that breakdown is very, very similar. So having that support, having your immune system supported means that hopefully you just won't get sick anymore. There won't be sicknesses. And if you do, it'll be a very short amount, or it won't be as detrimental as it could have been before. So having that support to your immune system is phenomenal. Before this technology, I was literally taking vitamin C every hour and all of my vitamins every hour. And if we get sick, I don't even know. I might have been sick a little bit in the last 2 years. I don't even know. But I can't remember because I don't usually get sick. And this technology has been a huge benefit to that. So anyway, but think of all the supplements you take to try to support your immune system on a daily basis, because we don't know half the time what we're exposed to. And so our body just has to deal with all of those things. So now think about brain, heart, stem cells, which there's nothing else but injections, cardiovascular system, collagen, your immune system. All of those things are being supported by one piece of technology. So let that sink in for a second. How much money, which I buy supplements, y'all. I am a supplement person. I tell people to take supplements. I'm fully on board with all of that. Okay. The amount of supplements that I can save because I'm turning on my own body's ability to work properly. I mean, hundreds of dollars, in one technology that you would have to take to support all of those things. I mean, I could tell you my medicine cabinet right now, I've got vitamin C, I've got ginkgo biloba for the brain, I've got a multivitamin, I think I still do have some collagen, but I have collagen, but after 3 months of using this technology, your collagen is then fully activated. So you probably don't need it. There's a lot of people that don't. Maybe you want to keep using it and see kind of what happens and what that does, but you don't have to spend money on that anymore because your body's supported from the inside out. So how long do you need to wear this technology? Okay, so obviously, I've told you I've been using it for 2 years. I never plan on stopping. Like I said, here recently, I've noticed the change, just the tightening in my neck and my chin. None of that's going to happen if I put a timeline on how long I'm going to use this technology. But let's just think for a second, okay, if you need a timeline, if you have any kind of medications you're on, if you have any kind of diagnosis that you have, okay, if there's a list over here of things that you have, then I'm going to tell you, you need to give this a minimum of 6 to 12 months so that you have time to go back into the doctor and have all of your regular appointments, all of your labs run, all of that, so you can see. So even if you're not feeling anything going on with this technology, it will show up in your lab results. That's what I'm telling you, is that it's absolutely incredible. My husband has definitely seen that. He doesn't feel anything with the technology. Now, he does the sleep. He definitely notices his sleep is better for sure. So he can for sure say that. But any of the other things that he would like to check off his lists or have, he doesn't notice it in those areas. But in his test results, we see it. So we know it is absolutely always working. So if you have a list, 6 to 12 months, that's what I would say you need to commit to really see what it's going to do for you. Now, could you experience something before that? Absolutely. Do we see that? Absolutely, we do. But do we see people like my husband? Yes. Once in a while, there are people like my husband that take a very long time to actually feel or see anything. Now, he's always slept good, but he feels like he's sleeping better. So he kind of has a hard time of chalking that up. But sleeping is when we heal. So for us to be able to sleep good is phenomenal. That is what we need, So anyway, so it's fantastic and I'm so thankful for it. But now let's say you don't have a list. Okay, you're super healthy. You're not on any medications. You have no diagnoses. Then, if you want to just like say, okay, this is what I need to commit to, 1 month for every decade you are old. So if you're 40, you want to give this at least 4 months to really see what it's going to do for you. Okay, but that's if you don't have a list of things. Otherwise, you need to commit to 6 to 12 months, so you can go back and have those test results. It could show up in your dental work as noticing things that are better. I see that with people all the time. It could show up with your ophthalmologist. I see people get better results in their eyes all of the time. So all of those things are very common. I haven't noticed in any of my eye or my teeth, my dental, any of those things. I haven't noticed any changes in that, but many, many, many other areas for sure. One other thing that you really need to do, but this is for just regular health. If you want to be a healthy person, if you want to have less pain, you need to drink half your body weight in ounces minimum, good high quality water. Okay. And we're going to get some good high quality water that should be coming out this next month. I'm super excited with our X2O product. That's truly, again, a novel product. There's nothing else like it on the market. So you'll continue to hear more about that, as well as good, clean electrolytes that you can add to your water, which is why we now have this Celergize, which is so fantastic, especially if you work out. But if you have any kind of issues with magnesium, potassium, then it's also a good add for you. If you're not necessarily feeling anything with the technology, that is always a good add. I usually start talking to people about that at 3 or 4 months if they're just like, I'm just not noticing anything with this technology. Okay, well, have you had your magnesium, potassium, and copper checked? If not, and if you don't want to have it checked, then let's just go ahead and add the Celergize, and see if that makes a difference, because a lot of people are deficient in copper. This has what you need for copper. A lot of people are deficient in magnesium and potassium. And so that's going to help boost and help support your body with the magnesium and potassium. If you sweat a lot, you need electrolytes anyway. So there are some in there. If you work out, you need amino acids. And so there's amino acids already in here. So even if you don't buy high quality products, I saw that thing the other day that was like, you could buy all the products that are in here for $149 on Amazon. This is, $50 if you learn how to bundle it right. So way better deal, all packaged together. It's fantastic. So anyway, so that is everything about this technology. What questions can we answer? Does anybody want to come on? Do we have anything in the chat that I need to answer? Or if anybody wants to come on and ask a question, or you can type it in the chat, as well as if we have anybody else who is new here, make sure you get your name typed in the chat, because we're going to do the wheel of names here in just a minute, and somebody's going to win a 5-day supply of our X39. So that is fantastic. We love being able to give that to you, just for you to have an experience with the technology. We don't expect you to feel anything or notice anything. Might you? Sure, you could, but we don't necessarily expect that. It's just a thank you for coming on and joining us tonight and allowing you to just get to use the technology. So let me see here. Oh, yes, Diane, you said all of that about Celergize too in the chat. Thank you so much. Yes, and patchtheway.com is in the chat as well. So do we have any questions from anybody, or anybody want to share anything?
I always have something to share.
I love it. Come on.
So I was at Sister Christina's today, and she kept taking one pair of glasses off and putting another pair on. And she said to me, I need to have my eyes checked because I can't see anything. I can't see out of my glasses. And I said, well, she's been patching her eyes because she has that macular degeneration, and it helps with those symptoms. So she's been patching for her eyes. Well, I said, it's probably because your eyes are getting better and your prescription has changed and you just can't see out of the glasses. I've never seen her take them off so much though. And today she was frustrated. So I'm just going to be so excited and she's like, when did your eyes heal? And I said, only God heals. But I've been using it for 4 years now. So I said, I only need glasses for like driving in the evening or reading.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
everything just gets smaller for reading these days. So I feel like
Yeah,
everything is just minute.
yes. Yeah. As you can see, when I'm trying to look, it's not that I can't read it, but I think why force myself? If I put on the, the readers, then I can see it very clearly. So I just put them on when I'm trying to read something. So maybe that'll eventually go away. But my nighttime vision with driving and all the glares that I had, it was so bad that I literally thought I was not going to be able to drive at night anymore. And I hadn't driven at night in a while. And so this was just like last summer. So I've been using about a year and a half. And I was driving at night and it hit me like, oh my gosh, there's no glare. Like I don't see any glare. I'm just looking out and seeing normalness like I had when I was younger. There's no all these shiny stuff on all the sides. So you just don't know what's going to get fixed, when it's going to get fixed. And that's why you just want to keep using it for long term. So yes,
Right.
Edelyn, please come on and share with us. Oh, you're muted, my dear. You got to hit your mute button.
Hi, it's Edlin. I'm
Edlyn,
named
I'm so
after my
sorry.
grandpa
Thank you.
Eddie.
Thank
So
you for correcting me.
my business card says age is just a number. Guess
I love
mine.
it.
Guess mine.
Oh gosh, you had me do this the other day. Let's go with 68.
My son turned 60 on April 22nd. I'll be 82 in August. I mean, in July, the end of July.
That's
So I've
awesome.
been
Happy
on
birthday.
this is the middle of my 8th month. And it was funny because I was doing this morning when I was putting on, our daytime lotion. And I thought, look at this. And you just said the same thing. And you're young.
Yes.
I mean, I could be your grandma. But look at my neck is like a young woman's neck.
Yes.
The hair
Yes.
is
That's
growing back. I mean, I got involved because I was going through my Hashimoto's disease, gave me every known symptom that I never had before. And my hair was falling out and stuff. And my hair is all growing back in. And it just, I'm going to share something. A week ago, we patched a horse because it had collar and had arthritis. And just when we put the patches on, you could almost see it go.
wow.
So that was amazing. And
Hmm.
then one of my people in my team, her mother's 96 and weighs 108 pounds and is in terrible pain. And she didn't have enough ice wave. So I drove halfway across town, met her husband. So then she needed more. So she came over and I taught her how to do it. And she said, called me the next morning and she said, this is the first time she slept through the night in a year.
Wow. Praise the
So,
Lord.
when I talk about this and with the cellular giants, remember that in February we had the challenge?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I lost 2 inches and 2.5 inches all over me. I went from an extra large to a medium and
Fantastic. That's amazing.
without dieting,
Yeah.
and just
Right.
doing what you're supposed to do. And I frosted up like I'm making a drink because I don't like lemon, but I like ginger. And I was at the last 2 Mondays ago, there were 45 people at this networking thing. Today, there was maybe 20 because summer's here. And I took it with me and I let the owner of this restaurant try it. He loved the taste. And I'm going to go back and he says, I'm healthy and stuff. I said, I know what your chefs go through. And, maybe we need to sit and talk so that you have them on hand for your chefs. He's good idea. I'm dangerous. I mean, I'm just dangerous.
I love it. That's fantastic. I
Yeah,
love it.
I'm loving the product. It saved my life because I was lethargic and I had vertigo stuff and I had traumatic brain injury 4 years ago from falling from vertigo. So the fact that I was getting foggy really scared me, like you had mentioned when you couldn't remember things.
Hmm.
And everybody says to me, I have the better brain of anybody they know because I remember things. I'm alive and I really believe that I'm working backwards,
Yes.
you know,
Absolutely.
and
That's
it's
awesome.
such fun. It is just such,
Yes.
and I just spoke to a 26-year-old kid today who's had 6 surgeries. He works for Harley Davidson and
Yes.
meet him and talk to him because he says, well, I guess I should do something. It's like,
Yes.
and we are so in, people say I'm like off the wall because I'm so passionate about it because I'm living it.
Yeah,
And when
absolutely.
you live something and you understand it and you realize it's a miracle that you got to it,
Yeah.
because I'm Jewish and in Rosh Hashanah, the rabbi was talking about miracles. And I thought, "Hmm." And then I realized that my upline, whose name is Bob Chasen, who I know from Temple, had lost 80 pounds with this and has been in it since the beginning. And there was my miracle.
Yes. That's awesome.
So
That's
thanks for
awesome. I
doing
love it.
this. I
Yes.
enjoy little meetings. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Edlin, for sharing. We really appreciate you. And yes, Blanca, I did forget. I think I did forget that. So thank you so much for asking that in the chat. So you put them on in the morning when you get up. You take them off at night before you go to bed. The next day you put on a brand new patch. So it's 12 hours on and 12 hours off. So put it on in the morning when you get up. Take it off at night before you go to bed, and then the next day you start the process again with a brand new patch. So thank you for asking that. So is there anybody else new? I think we only have Blanca. Anybody else? I don't see any other names in the chat. So that is fantastic. So Blanca, we are going to send you a 5-day supply of our x39 technology. So yay, congratulations. Who invited you to the call tonight, Blanca? You can type in the chat or you can come on and say it either way.
Oh, it was Lorena. Thank you.
Lorena. Oh,
invited me.
yay. Okay, awesome. Very good. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Well, congratulations. Yes.
Thank you.
So, yeah, so we're actually over time. So thank you everyone for sharing. Did you have any questions, other questions we could answer for you, Blanca?
Not right now. I'm gonna check out the patchtheway.com for more information, but yeah, very interesting. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for joining us. So yes, please get back to the person who invited you to the call tonight, and tell them you're ready to get started. Don't wait another day. Start experiencing all the things that we've shared here tonight, and so many more that we haven't shared here tonight. So go to patchtheway.com, check it out. We will be back on Wednesday at 7 Central Standard Time. We'll have another Zoom call then. You can find that on patchtheway.com as well. Thursday night, we'll be back at 7 Central Standard Time. We normally do a testimonial call, but we have a special treat for you. So we are going to share one of our technologies. Vicki and I will be doing a tag team over the Alavita. So we've been talking about some skin things tonight. So you'll get to hear more about all the tightening and things that happen. But the list is long, y'all. Oh my goodness, that technology is truly fantastic. So come back and join us. It'll be a 30-minute call. Sometimes we go over with that because we've just dug in so deep. We want you to have all the information. If you want to know it, then it's there for you. It's recorded and saved, and so you can have it at any time. But and we'll be back next Monday doing this again. So please invite your friends. Again, they will have a chance to win a 5-day supply of the X39 as well. So with that, we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone. Have a good
Awesome
night.
job. Good night, everybody.
Good night. God bless you. God bless.
Good work.